There we go. Alright. Whew. Well, that's good. That's a good start. Uh-oh. That's a slow load. Oh, there it goes. Good morning. I reckon it's populating my world with all them cliffs and caves. It's kind of sticking them all in there. Boop, boop. Ooh. Alright. Those cliffs and caves. Well, I was talking about going to visit those villagers, but now I kind of want to go see if I can find some of these cliffs and caves. That's seeming like what I'm going to end up doing now. Where's all my chickens? There we go. Cooked chicken. What do y'all think? I think it might be cliffs and caves adventuring time. I gotta figure out what direction I haven't gone in yet. Let's see. That's a berry. That's useless to me. Get out of here. I already found the treasure at that location. Existential dread is a good time. Backup sword. Some wood block. Some oak logs. Can't go wrong there. Some torches. Use some ladders. I really need to make a... Okay, I don't need this map anymore because I have a better version, I think. Alright, well, it looks like we've pretty much filled in that. That's northeast, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, looked at, done that one. That's northwest. And we've gone southwest. Hey Torko, congratulations. I don't think we've gone southeast though, really. Which would be that direction. So I'm gonna make a fresh... Where's my... 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna make a fresh map. Wait, didn't I get some didn't I find some blank maps somewhere? Yeah. There. An empty map. Maybe bring some coal. Yeah, seems like a pretty good stuff. Good morning and good morning to everybody. We're doing it. We're going. We got a lot on the docket today. Ooh, would using that bottle of enchanting get me enough levels to... Maybe I should save that for when I'm trying to read. We are gonna head southeast today. And to aid in that, I'm gonna changed my mind, I'm actually gonna make a compass. Because I feel like using the... I feel like exclusively using the thing where it tells me what direction I'm facing is kind of slightly cheating. Oh, I don't need two. Boom, boom. It is Wednesday, it's the final day. We got two things today. We're finishing Watership down, and this evening, watching a little film on the old Discord. Alright, I wanted to head southeast. That's... Alright, I'm gonna just to calibrate this thing. I'm facing... Okay, so that direction. Tonight we are watching a little film called Rise of the Guardians. Yeah! You gonna join us? Kate loves Rise of the Guardians. Big fan. She cried the first time we watched it. I was like, it's gonna be okay. It was a tragedy. But... Okay. Is this a cliff in a cave? Right here? This is pretty close to my house, so this looks like this could be a cliff or a cave. Rise of the Guardians is a great movie, and it is a straight up tragedy that it came out. Oh, this seems like a cliff and a cave. This seems cliffy and cavey. It is not the owl one, no. It is not Guardians of Ga'Hoole. I understand the confusion. This is Guardians of Ga'Hoole. Adam Driver, Guardians of... I think it was Ga'Hools. We watched a great film last night. Is this a cliff in a cave? Somebody help me out. Did I already find some? This looks cliffy and cavey. Like, this doesn't look like how things normally look in this game. The entrance, I mean, was like quite... Alright, so let's start at the top. And for our boys, our Watership boys. What was it? So we left things off with everybody just chilling, ready to hear a good story. And I never know what to do with this story because it feels like narratively like we got the Black Rabbit of Inlay story, and that felt like the natural end of the L.R.I. Ra stories, and then it's like, but don't worry, I got this other one. I got this other very rare rabbit. Maybe that one was too grim to end on. What do y'all think? Oh, I should be using my good pickaxe for this because it has fortune. I see how to do this. I use this on the good ones and then use the crappy one on the others. I do think it was foreshadowing the use of animals. I think it also foreshadowed, interestingly, it showed, there's definitely, and something like, and actually, Richard Adams wrote a separate collection of, like, there's a follow-up to this book that I've never read that is just, oh shit, that is just more L.R.I. Ra stories, but I I've never read it because I was like, I've always been like, well, I feel like I got the ones that were the ones that made sense in the story. Like they really enrich the story, especially at the end when you kind of get the hint that these are all just like these are all fictionalized and fantasticized version like stories of things rabbits actually did. Like different like all rabbits are LRI. That kicked ass. That was a really cool. I always love that. It's like, oh, they all contribute to the like the great chain of rabbitdom. We are all a part of the never-ending story. Hmm. I probably have to go to a chunk I haven't been to before to get some cliffs and caves, right? Yeah. But that's what we're doing today. I've never gone southeast. Northeast is the deserts. North is the... Southwest is the villages. North, straight north is the other village where we found those pillagers. I don't quite know. These things have dumb names. Okay, so I think the thing that really the Rousby Wolf or whatever was foreshadowing is like one of the neat details of that story is it's like the only time I think it foreshadows the use of a dog, but it's like the only time El meets an animal that he doesn't meet in person really or talk to directly very much, and he's like he immediately has to run away from, and it's kind of if you read these stories, if you take these stories as like in fiction, they are the way that rabbit wisdom is passed down. Like, and that happens a couple of times. They're like, "Oh, hey, remember the story of Ellery Raw and the Pike? Maybe we could try something like that." Or it's like, "Oh, remember this thing Ellery Raw did?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, oral tradition is how they're passing shared knowledge. It's adorable and wonderful." Well, we're not very hard. We're not very far here. We're basically camping in the backyard, but there we go. There we are. Boop, boop, boop. Well, so much further. Actually, I'm still so close, and this is like a lot of iron. I might just take it back. Whew. Let's see. 392. Oh yeah. So like a lot of there's a reference to early on in that chapter to the reason that a lot of the does were unhappy was that they were, or maybe that comes up later, but it's mentioned that a lot of the does were unhappy because they weren't allowed to dig at in El Frafa, and I think there's something to that being like Efrafa. I think there's something to that being like autonomy, that like being outside the natural order. Like once we see the rabbits later, it's there's some stuff about it. It's like, oh yeah, we've that's look at this fucker. Uh, what the hell with all this? We want to get some caves and cliffs. Cliffs and caves. Although getting some damn experience. Might get 30 here. Might hit 30 again. They're not allowed to dig. They're not allowed to have. They're not allowed to have their rabbits. And there's Woundwort pushes things out of the natural order by making rabbits not be like rabbits. It's an easy thing to understand as fucked up. Huh. I seem to be going. Where am I? Where am I going? Here. Huh. Okay, to head back is this way. Okay. So there's a story. You get a lot of good LRI raw tricks. And I like the idea that this is a story. It's a story that in the telling there's a couple of references to where like they're like somebody's like camel, the wonders of the Far East, and somebody's like, what the hell's a camel? He's like, I don't know. It's just what he said in the story. I'm just telling a story that I heard before. Don't bust my balls, bigwig. That's just what he. That's just how the story goes. It says he says something about a camel. And there's like a lot of references in the story to like the East, and it's like, oh, this is a story that has maybe migrated with these rabbits from somewhere else. A lot of bees here. It's cute. Cute ass bees. But where's my home though? Yeah, I traveled south to get here. Oh yeah, Hackeron, I think that's a good point. Where am I even going? Oh, there's home. That. I think that might be my house. I'm gonna take this iron I got back, and then I'm gonna. Yep. Oh, running really wears you out, I guess.
I like when you get mad.
I'm not mad. I'm doing great. Whee! All this is just more evidence that I need to keep building my tower. Not yet! I want cliffs and caves. Button push. Alright, so then what do we got? What happens next? After the stuff with Raspberry Wolf and the Fairy Wog Dog. Let's see, they get their cabbages. What's a camel? Boop boop. Oh, and then you get the really... We get a really good, we get a really good bit where the mouse comes back. That mouse from a long time ago. And Hazel's idea that other creatures have value plays out. And we like Hazel to be right about that. Let's see. Cobblestone. Put away some sugar cane. egg, one single egg. I'll keep this coal with me. Dirt, etc. Useless. Yeah, that part with the mouse was good. The part about like it's like, oh shit, you're mad at me and asking me for details. Maybe I didn't see rabbits. I'm sorry. I guess they're not your friends. I didn't see that. And like, it's a really good. It's really like all the stuff with the mice and all that is really good to illustrate why Bigwig is really good second in command and would not be a good leader for the rabbits. Why Hazel is better than Bigwig at that. Because Bigwig is not a guy of coming up with new ideas, although he goes for them once he sees their value. But he's not super, like, they have to be proven to him. Yeah, they protected that mouse, and then later the mouse protected them. The mouse gave them a tip. It was nice. Like, it wasn't like, it is a very, I say, this is the direction you need to be heading, right between south and west. This way. No, southeast, actually. No wonder I was getting confused. Southeast is where I need to go. So this way. Good morning, Kate. So, the mouse warns them. Bigwig kind of blows it off. There's a really great line for the mouse where he's like, "Oh, I like when there are rabbits," or like, "Oh, lots of rabbits around, keeps the grass short." And Bigwig's like, "Why does he care about the grass?" He's like, "Oh, well, it's easier for me to run through the grass when it's short." And he's like, then it's like, "But when the grass is short, there's no seed." It's just a great little note about that, like. It's like, oh, there are other, you know, we spend the whole book in the like seeing things from the perspective of these rabbits, and it's who are not exceptionally strong and are exactly rabbit-sized, and then they're just like a mouse is like what, like a extremely smaller than a rabbit. Like if you think about like just pure mass. Ooh, a little pumpkin patch back here. It's just a nice. It's a nice little pumpkins. It's a nice little moment that like makes us remember that rabbits are also just like, oh shit, what is this? The rabbits are just doing their own thing. Feel like I have been here. I'm facing, oh, it's because I'm facing north. Damn it. I wonder if it's safe to use my map yet. Probably, I don't think I have to. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, new map just dropped. Okay. Oop. Better find somewhere safe to power for the night. So this mouse shows up and he's like, oh yeah, there's more rabbits coming. Right? Not your friends? Okay. Because... What's up, General Woundwart's back? We hate to see it. Yeah. The Great Patrol. There's a bunch of stuff about how, there's some stuff about how General Woundward is starting to lose his authority in Ephrafa because... And it calls attention to, like, it's the peril of, it's the peril of fascism, of strength driven, of like leadership based on strength and fear, which is that your leadership will only last as long as your strength does, which is not forever for anybody. No empire endures eternally. Just ask the... Oh, whoa, treasure. I think I found a dungeon? Maybe? Those guys were tougher than they usually are. Oh, I found one of these things! Oh, this is really close. Oh, this is where we're gonna build. This is where we're gonna build that zombie death factory. It was like right next to the surface. Really close to my house. Sick. Golden horse armor, a lot of bones. Whew. He feared any loss of his control. Was the thing. That's what Woundwort was afraid of, like any... And it all comes back to trauma, right? Like we saw what this character's... There's that heartbreaking little bit at the end where right before the end, where he has that memory, that sense memory of like the doctor who took care of him, who I have to presume is the same doctor we see at the... That's the same doctor that we see with Lucy. Who, by the way, Dr. Adams, it's named after, it's meant to be Richard Adams in the book. That's his little self-insert. Which means that, in a sense, Richard Adams is responsible for General Woundwort because he's the one who took care of him. Which is also true because he made the character up. It's a neat little... It's like it levels things out. It evens things out that he saves both Hazel and General and the General. Like it levels the playing field narratively. Makes neither thing seem accident. It makes neither thing seem like unfair narratively. I don't know quite how to put that, but we have to see what Woundwort is doing as a mistake, and for it to be a mistake, he has to have the possibility of seeing things another way. He can't be purely a victim, or he can't be purely driven by his circumstances. without the possibility of redemption, or it's not, or of like choosing another way, or the story's not as good. It's a great detail. What happens next? Okay. Great Patrol, Woundwort whips all his rabbits into shape. He's completely obsessed with Bigwig, which, you know, understandable. Who isn't? I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but we've been watching My Hero Academia, and Bigwig gives me strong Bakugo energy. Oh, that looks new over there. Woo! I'm trying to go far enough to find a cliff and or a cave. Slow going thus far. Whee! Any more torches? Yeah, here we go. Boop. Let's see what we got in here. Oh. Got a little crevasse here. Ooh. So the general, they go out on this great patrol. They're like, this is the thing. They're gonna bring, and it's purely. It's the kind of it's the thing where it has moved beyond. There is no justification for it. There is no real justification for going after it, for going after them besides obsession, besides pride. Everything that Woundward has done up to this point has been, if not justified, then justifiable within his own philosophy. That this is, they can't have rabbits. They can't have random rabbits running around out nearby because that's dangerous. Or so the general thinks. Although there's a great, there's a sort of a great note that it mentions when the doctor drops Hazel off. It says he drops him off between Watership Down and Hairwarren Down, which means like it's like people know that there are rabbits here. It's not all this secrecy and stuff is uh-oh. Uh-oh, nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. 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 Don't need that. It was a spawner behind the spider, but I gotta... careful about how I approach. Boop. There we go. Spawners usually... Hey! A music disc. Iron ingot. Bucket, gunpowder, saddle or two, some more bones. And some bread. Look at that spider just spinning. Did I update to? Let's see. I am at... yeah, I'm on 1.18. Yeah, I'm super good at video games. Jammy. Hell yeah. I like that. 3, 2, 1, let's jammy. Do 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 do. Ba-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. Alright, let's get out of here. This place is boring. So what happened next? Somebody keep me on task. Ah, yeah, Hazel comes and talks to Woundwort, and Woundwort just completely blows him off.
Keep on keeping on, game worms.
There it is. Thank you. Thanks, Sekirano. We love a book club. Let's see. Hmm. Boop. Never say die. Hazel comes and tries to talk to Woundwort, tries to show him what could be between their two tribes. And Woundwort, he just can't see it. He doesn't have the vision. He is, at his core, tragically, a product of his trauma. One who cannot grow beyond the circumstances of his early tragedies. And that's something we hate to see. We do legitimately hate to see that. Oops. Oh shit. Oh shit. How do I switch to keeping my shit when I die? Is that in options? Or is that like a setting for the world? I have a lot on difficulty peaceful. Okay. Oh, he just disappeared. Okay. I'm just... I hope that didn't ruin anybody's immersion too bad on this morning, but that guy teleported into my crosshairs. Like, that was a little much. I feel like I was holding my own okay, but this is just fuck that. Fuck that guy. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm just... That was just like... That was a bit much. Well... I mean, if somebody actually does teleport into your crosshairs, I'm just... Look. I'm not going down for this. I'm not taking the hit for that one. What direction is this now that I'm heading? I think I've gotten pretty far off my little map. Oh, I'm not even on this thing anymore. Damn. Oh boy. And it wasn't even like... It wasn't even... It was like, don't... I'm gonna teleport in front of you, but don't look at me. Just ranging, man. Ooh, I could do that thing. Where I... do you want a carrot first? Carrot help? They're not responding to the settle, General. Hmm. You won't even take the carrot. Oh! Oh, you can just get on the horse. Oh. Yeah, I'm just... Oh? I just keep getting back on the horse. Giddy up? Oh! It straight up was, I just had to keep trying. Oh, this rules. Now I have a horse. This is really going to change things. Oh, Todd has a van now. This really changes things for us. Can I... Oh! Sick, you can even... Huh. So you just keep trying to get on the horse. It's like they say. Get on horse. Get back on horse. If at first you don't succeed, continue trying. Okay, horses don't like to strafe. This rules. I have a horse now. Okay, I'm gonna ride this horse all the way back to my house as we talk. Oop. Not that fucking way, I won't. Okay. So Hazel tries to come talk to General Winward. The general doesn't go for it. The general assumes that Hazel is just a messenger because Hazel has a fucked up leg. Which is very much, is like, I feel like his fucked up leg is like a very like World War II British soldier injury. Like coming home with a messed up leg. Oh, what the? Okay. Can swim a little bit. Oh, whoa, what? A word? Oh, shit. Bad guys. Bad guys found. Alright. I'm pretty Spider-Man far from home now, huh? Oh, I think I came through here. Yeah, I came through here mining. There's probably a little hovel I dug. Hopefully he can just run up the side here. Yes! Sick. Whoa, what's that? Hello, yes. Hell yes. Wait, I turned peaceful mode back off, right? Yeah. This is a nice marsh. The only bad thing about this marsh is it is right where my home should be? I think? If I remember those coordinates? Uh-oh. I genuinely do not know what to do with this horse at night. But I'm gonna try this and see how it goes. Oh, nope, too tall, too tall. Horse mischief. Let's see. Alright, problem solved. Except for the problem where I don't know where my how to get back home. That problem has not been solved at all. I thought I headed southeast, so if I head northwest, that should be the way back. Okay, I definitely get the appeal of the horses now. Oh, shit. That would have been a perfect thing to say right before I killed my horse. The second I love it, the game takes it from me. So the general shows up in all fury, tries to sneak up, but a couple of our boys, a couple of our rabbits spot him. They get the word to Hazel. Thank goodness. But also when that happens, and it happens because Campion is like, I didn't know if it's what you would have wanted me to do, General. There's a great bit there. Oh. Okay, so the horse knows how to swim. Oh shit! Sticky berries. Oh, Mega Spell. Alright. Horse mischief. We're on it. If I find the coast, I should be... What? Oh damn, I keep taking the horse past those berries. It's like the old saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but it sucks. So don't bother. Woo! Before we got movie tonight on the Discord. 8 p.m. Eastern, we are watching Rise of the Guardians. I'm gonna put together some trailers, and I get to have my fun weekly thing where I remind KC that it is the movie day. He says, oh god damn it. And I get to see just a little part of him die. Just a bit. Just enough to sustain me. Just a slice of his soul. Nope, now I'm heading... Okay, northwest is this way? Damn it, this is what I have the maps for, but I didn't wanna... Consarn it. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, that's how a horse swims. This seems... right? Maybe? Is that... I would really love a mod of this game that just showed me my efforts to try to get through stuff. Like that Breath of the Wild one that shows you where you the direction you walked in. I'd love a thing for this game that just showed me, like, look at where your dumbass thought you were. Okay. I feel like somebody wrote down my home base coordinates at some point. Alright. If I don't... Ooh, thank you, Krabby. That would be very helpful. In the meantime, why don't we just move it along here? Woundwort can't see the vision. Alright, let's take a look at that clip. Light level in here? Why, it's a... Looks like... what is that? Is it X, Y? Z? Oh yeah. So, negative 88, positive 67. Okay. So so this way. Actually, okay. Good. Thank you. Oh. There we go. Negative 88, positive. Thank you, though. Negative 88. So if I keep heading this way, so I was heading exactly completely the wrong way. So it's a good thing I did that. I'm just gonna run along these treetops, like Crouching Tiger. There we go. Should be almost there. Why can't I see it? Oh. Turn around? Nope. Great. Thank you to Grey Day for that. Okay. Forward a clip. Oh, Speedy Small Rabbit is right. Oh, damn it. Come on, buddy. Oh my god. What the hell? If these are my coordinates, if you got them, name, what are they? Look at that clip again. Negative 88, 67, negative 15. Oh wait, why is the... Oh, the y-axis is the... The z-axis doesn't measure depth? What kind of horse shit? Okay, well that explains it. I need to go to negative 15 on the z. Ah damn, that's... The z-axis doesn't measure altitude? Okay, well then... Yeah, negative 15, and I'm at negative 646, okay. I gotta assume that that's just Notch didn't know how to do that. Didn't know how what that should be. He's not, he's a very, he's just... It's very dumb. I don't like that. Okay. Well, looks like we'll just be... Alright. Why am I crouching? What is this horse shit? Alright. Okay. Oh boy, this isn't... Okay. This is all kinds of indefensible. Shit, shit, shit. Come on. Oh my god. Yeah, just get in there. Just get in there a little bit. Jesus Christ. Do you hear that? Does that sound good to you? Fucking horse freaking out. Sounds like a wolf killed a skeleton though. Out there. Oh boy. Damn it. What is that? Is that my map? Jesus. Alright, well at least in the morning I should be able to... Oh, bed is obstructed. Good. Okay. Yeah, Y is supposed to be vertical in real life. That's how that works. So that is... Alright. Back on the horse. Up. Okay. so what was the hell is that number? So I need -88, -15 to get home. Which seems to be this direction? Okay. Yeah, alright. Now we're going. Now he's moving. Oh. If I didn't know better, I'd say all this shit on my screen is bad. Is a bad experience. You know, I got real cocky when I was playing Firewatch, and I didn't need to have a pointer on my map saying where I was. Is it time to spread the word? It might be, yeah. Word today is mendicant. Mendicant. Mendicant meaning given to begging. It came up in the reading. Up. Oh my god. Tries horseback riding. It's fun. Okay. I should be getting relatively close to home. I just heard a sound I didn't recognize. I think I saw the word parrot on my screen for a second. This seems familiar. Just gonna strafe sideways down this cliff. And we are on our way. Okay. So back to the reading. Woundwort and all his boys gather it up. They're gonna charge in. They're gonna kill everybody. They're gonna take all the does and they're gonna kill everybody who resists. It's obsession. There's no point to it. They have more does than they need already. Hazel makes this great suggestion. Hello, PNG. That they should make a new burrow between their two burrows. Woundwort. There's a brief shining moment where he almost gets it, and then he can't get it. He can't wrap his head around it. I can't wait to put this horse away when I get home and never use a horse again. Okay. Nope. This way? I need that number to be going down, but that number to be going up. Which means this way? Nope. Ah, boy. almost made it to one of the coordinates being right. Oh, wait, it's negative 88, so I was, yeah, being on a horse blows. It's like the entire game was obviously designed for you to be 2 blocks tall. And it's like, what if you were 3 blocks tall? It's like, well, it would be very difficult to see anything. If I were not. I assume Sting is going to play some more of his unused songs from when he did the music for Emperor's New Groove. I don't know if you guys know about that. Sting did the music for an entire album of songs for Emperor's New Groove. Oh, we're back here. Okay. That's the pirate ship. That's not far from home. Yeah, Sting did all of the did a bunch of songs for a version of The Emperor's New Groove that did not really end up getting made because frankly it doesn't seem like it was going to be a very good movie. Like all of this stuff seems kind of crummy. And they ended up not using and these were not like songs that were, it's not just like, these weren't songs that were easily transferable to anything else. Eartha Kitt had a song in this version called Bring Down the Sun. It was about how she wanted to blot out the sun so she wouldn't get any more wrinkles. It's the reason that if you've ever seen Emperor's New Groove and you've wondered why the closing song is a very weirdly soulful, completely off-note thing from Sting called My Funny Friend and Me, it's because he was contractually obligated. They had the song and they had to put it in the credits because contractually that's what has to happen. So it cuts to a very weird off-note song that doesn't really make sense. It definitely feels like a middle of the movie song, not an in-credits song. That's because it was. I'm never getting on a horse again. Thank you for posting those. We got more. That's the YouTube. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble here. Like doing this with the points, and I'm about to get frustrated with these fucking trees. It's really fun to play the game with a bunch of numbers on top of it. I should just let that one... I should just let that thing kill me. that Slenderman that appeared. Sorry, Enderman. God, what an asshole. Son of a bitch. Stupid horse. Ugh. Why am I even doing this? I don't even care about those floors. You hear that? No, of course I didn't mean it. Okay. Navigating by coordinates blows. Alright, back to the good stuff. So they have their big fight. Woundward is trying to dig in. Hazel decides the only thing to do, again, is to go back to Nuthanger Farm. And he's like, I'm gonna get this dog. It's another one of those goddamn things. Swear to Christ. There's another one, I'm just gonna fight it. No, I'm not. It's egg. Nope. What are you doing? What is this behavior? Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna figure out direction. Okay. This direction makes that number go down. Going right makes that number go down. I need that. Going backwards makes that number. That one makes that number go down. So I need to go this direction. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, this is the direction. The chords are displayed XYZ, but hilariously, the Y is not the... Hilariously, the Z-axis is not the height value. Let's see. This should be leading me. Oh god. what is even the value of horses if you cannot... Okay, there's home. Good. Be careful to not jump to my death. Okay. We made it. That sucked. Nope. Oh, there it goes. I must say, just speaking just for myself, I was having a frustrating time there. Horse, I hope you are ready to go to horse jail. Enjoy never leaving this area. My horse prisoner. Now I can finally craft a gun to kill that horse. There we go. Okay. Let's get some paper. Or is it a blank map I need to make a... Let's get some paper, which I can make because I have sugar cane. Okay, let's put away some of the stuff that I don't know how to... I got that new music disc, that's fun. I got some more iron, that was pretty lucky. Bunch of that. Might even be enough too. Ooh, almost level 30. Well, let's do Hear That Disc, new song. It's eternally pissing me off, rabbits. Hold on, I want to copy this map before I ruin it. There we go. Okay. Whew. Put away some of this stuff I got. Some gunpowder, some bones, some coal. Don't forget tonight, on the Discord, we're watching the movie. We're watching Rise of the Guardians, everybody's favorite film. I have to start clearing out that thing a bit. Probably put leather back in animal remains. Paper back over here to plant stuff. Back over here. Oh, it's raining, that's nice. Rabbits! We roll up, so we're rolling up on the end. They have their big battle, where it's General Woundwort trying to dig his way in, and it's the rabbits resisting, and it's all very trench warfare. It's all very, it's all very World War I, World War II type stuff. It's all enduring, it's all about it's all the how horrible siege mentality is, how horrible it is to know that there's a enemy that is coming to hurt you. Hey, level 30. Let's say we throw another enchantment on the table. Grab some gold armor. Do I have any golden shoes? Got some gold pants, so they have mending on them. Got some gold shoes with thorns, so thank you. Up here in our nice little zone. Fire protection, unbreaking, and aqua affinity. Don't like those. I'm gonna make some golden armor and see what that gets me. Or at least I think I actually might have some that's almost busted here. I'm not gonna enchant it, but I think this will tell me what enchantments I'll get anyway. Protection, thorns, unbreaking. No, thank you. Maybe some golden pants? Some golden shoes. Yeah, the final battle. So there's this. Hazel has this vision. There's a large dog loose in the woods, which was that is something he heard someone say early on. Fire protection, projectile. Damn it. But I can only get one level 3 enchantment before I lose my levels. I'm trying to... Let's get Naked Worm. See if any of these will... Protection. Fire protection. Thorns, unbreaking, protection. Aqua affinity. Fiverr has there's a very creepy thing where Fiverr like screams with the voice of a human or some other animal. He screams like, "Dirty little beasts, get out." Let's see. How enchantments are chosen. So... seems like respiration is... not a likely enchantment. I don't want a tooler weapon though. So like Fiverr makes the noise of an animal and then of some kind of animal that they don't know. And then Hazel has a vision. I'm just gonna enchant this helmet and see what I get. Hazel has a memory. Turtle helmet. And Hazel has a memory of someone telling him there's a large dog loose in the woods, which I think is... when was that? It's a while back. I think it was at... oh yeah, the crossing. It was way back at like... way back. That's when it's why they had to cross the... Somebody came up and said... Yeah! Way back. That's Captain Holly. 34 there. Right there. There's a large dog loose in the wood. It's neat. Let's talk about some stuff before I forget all these enchantments. Who cares? I'm gonna try... You know what? I'm gonna make a good sword. I'm tired of losing fights. I'm gonna make Sundancer live again. My cool sword. Oh, can you enchant shields? I don't know. Sharpness level 3. Sweeping edge 3. Alright. I like that. Sweeping edge is a cool name. That's repair and disenchant. Oh, I think it would actually cost me a diamond to do this, to name my sword. No? Oh no, it would just cost me... Wait, what? There we go, Sundancer 2. That cost me a level, but it was worth it. So they make it through the hard times because Hazel frees a dog that bites through a rope. He goes back to the farm. Dandelion and Blackberry lead the dog all the way back. It gets the general, but not before Bigwig holds against the general for a long time, and just some of the best lines in the whole book. Bigwig stands his ground. You told me once to start by impressing you, General. I hope I have. I told you once I would kill you myself, replied Woundwort. There is no white bird here, Flail. He advanced for the second time. Oof. Good shit. Let's go to bed. Let's do some bedtime stories. Whew. Theo, suddenly Woundwort spoke. Theo, Lie? Why do you want to throw your life away? I can send one freshman after another into this run if I choose. You're too good to be killed. Come back to Ephrafa. I promise I'll give you command of any mark you like. I give you my word. Silfle Hakra, you Imblira, said Bigwig. Which, because we've all learned Lapine at this point, we all know means eat shit, O king of stink. It's good stuff. Well, now I have a map. And then the other great line, the other great response, when a couple more from Bigwig, when he pushes his way into the place where the Ephraphon rabbits are hiding, he says, "You'll find it much harder to push me back from here, General." Flai, Woundwort said, "We've unblocked a run out here. I can bring in enough rabbits to pull down this wall in 4 places. Why don't you come out?" Flai's reply, when it came, was low and gasping but perfectly clear. "My chief rabbit has told me to defend this run until he says otherwise. I shall stay here." And that just knocks Woundwort right on his ass. They can't believe it. They can't believe it. They can't believe it. It is beyond their comprehension that Bigwig is not the chief rabbit, because immediately in their head they're like, well, there must be some really big other rabbit that we don't even know about, some really strong guy. But it's just Hazel, who they already brushed off, who they didn't even finish talking to, because Hazel is a good boy. He's not a strong boy, he's a smart boy. But he's not the smartest. He's just the person who he's like the I try to like nail down what it exactly about Hazel that makes him such a good leader, but I think a big part of it is like he's not afraid to try something. He uses everybody's strengths and smarts. He's not prideful. He's not afraid of looking wrong. He's not afraid of being wrong. And he's won everybody's respect. You see it a lot in the way that Woundwort talks to his boys. He's always calling them fools, and he's obsessed with like fear of losing his authority. So I'm gonna do this right. I'm just gonna do this Thursday, so we can finish our Watership talk. So we've got about 20 more minutes. I want to be focused on that. So they find they're just terrified by this. They find Fiverr, the bad boys. They find Fiverr, and he's like, I am genuinely sorry for what's going to happen to you, but you were going to kill us. I am sorry for your death. Terrifies everybody. The thing that Bigwig said, rabbits just start leaving from the general in droves. There's like a chief rabbit. There's like another guy stronger than Bigwig. I'm out of here. And it comes to pass that the dog is led in, and I love the part where the general is so fucked up and horrifying looking that the dog actually is like, whoa, 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 what's this? What's this? I don't want none of this. For a second, we do not see his body. We don't know for sure. Although I think it's pretty. It's almost certain he died, but I like that it's left just a little bit intentionally unclear. To gnaw another rope. I think the cool thing about the cool thing about the defeat of the Ephrathons is it uses everything that has been set up in the story prior to this point. It uses the dog, it uses Nuthanger Farm, it uses the mouse. The only thing they don't have is Kihar, who is, although they have the fear of him, they fear that he inspires, but they don't. I think it's cool that they face their final challenge. Oh, turn down this dirt digging a little bit. I think it's great that they face their final challenge without Kihar, who is like kind of too much of an advantage. He's too much of an advantage for the rabbits for it to be a straight fight. For it to be a true challenge of principles, it's like, okay, well, we gotta even this off. No birds. Fine. No birds, no items. Honeycomb. Honeycomb fight. There we go. Almost broke my legs. Not quite. So they get away. So the dog comes in, gets the general. Hazel, we get a very cute story from the perspective of the little farm girl whose rabbits Hazel stole. Although no, those were different rabbits. No, they're not, because when they came before, that's right. I always get this confused because it's like, yeah, they don't put Hazel in the hutch because they're like, oh, well, you can't put a wild rabbit in the hutch; it will die. They don't know how to live, which is a great That's sort of like a metaphor for Woundwart's whole thing. It's like once rabbits, you can't put free rabbits in a box. They got one of the buck rabbits back, but the other died. The other was killed, I think. Or no, one of them came with them. One of them actually made it. But we really don't hear a lot from him in the story, if I recall. Hazel takes a ride in the Roodoodoo, which is a very cute rabbit word for anything with an engine, which I think because it sounds like like it sounds like an engine. It's an onomatopoeia name. These goddamn rabbits are so cute with their little adventures and their traumas and miseries. And Hazel comes back. Hazel makes it back from the war. We hear that Fiverr has some children, one of whom is named like Thrayar, which means rowan tree, and was also the name of the chief rabbit of the first Warren, the Thray Ra. Now we're far enough into the story to know that the Ra was his name because he was the chief rabbit. So his starter Pokemon name was Thrayar, which is the child of Fiverr, who has the foresight like him. And then we get an absolutely beautiful epilogue where Hazel has become fully the chief rabbit, the chief rabbit he hasn't become the guy from the beginning, but he has become like, he's settled, he's tired, he leaves his body behind and he joins Elarai Ra's Owsla, which is very beautiful. Fucks me up every time. These little rabbits and their adventures. Let me see if I got anything in my notes I wanted to make sure we talked about. Probably. Oh yeah, there's that bit where they're sort of like the rabbits, the Watership Down boys are kind of discussing the general in like his post-mortem, and they're like, he felt he felt safer fighting than running, which is definitely, again, goes back to his character's extremely traumatic backstory. Put this stuff here. We'll have ourselves some journeying. Just a bit farther. Lauru, just a bit farther. It is a beautiful epilogue, isn't it? It's just, we've been with these rabbits through so much. Oh, there's the bit where Bigwig bites General Woundwort on the leg, and it's the same. It isn't super underlined because it's a pretty classy book in that way, but it's the same spot where Bigwig was marked when he infiltrated Ephrafa. I think there's a decided possibility, like, the Bigwig versus Woundwort is also kind of shows us maybe like, I don't think it sort of shows us like who Bigwig might have become if not for Hazel. Because early on there's some real conflict between the two. There's some real, like, from Bigwig, like, well, I'm certainly not going to be calling you Chief Rabbit. Hazel. That's crazy. You'll never be my boyfriend. How far they come. Yeah, that's right, Super Donkey Pigs. The Ephraphons only call him Flay, Flay, which basically means, like, yeah, top knot in Lapine. I think it's a good way to make it clear to us, the reader, like, keep underlining for us, like, keep it first present in mind that they don't know him. They don't really know who Bigwig is. And it sort of keeps underscoring that he's there under a false identity, even though he doesn't, like, give a false name. He's there under false pretenses. Oop. At the end, we don't see Kihara again, but I think it can be assumed that he returns. He's got himself a nice little situation. There's the great story. There's the great story. There's the great thing with the rabbit telling the story, and Bigwig training the new Owslaw, who are described as a very free and easy. Holly does call him Leia. That's a good point. Yeah, calling him Chief Rabbit is the big thing. Because he never calls him Hazel Raw. He doesn't, like, throw that honorific onto him like some of the others do. I love that at the end, it's Pipkin and Fiver who find Hazel. If you recall, those were the only two that they had at the beginning. Those were the first two who decided to leave the Sandalford Warren because Fiver had the vision and Hazel believed it. And Pipkin, they were just like, come on, Pipkin, you're coming with us. You're just a little guy. Pipkin really goes on a journey through this. He grows from being the most frightened of the rabbits to being very brave. Yeah, exactly, Super Donkey Piss. He's like, Hazel Raw, my ass, my foot. And then when Holly shows up, I think it's Strawberry who calls Hazel Raw, which is great because it's like he's just sort of trying to go along with it. He's like, "Oh, this is what y'all say, right? This Chief Rabbit. I'm I'm from a different school, but." And that's how Holly's like, "Oh, you're Chief Rabbit. Well, okay, sure, all right. I guess the Ephraphons have a very rough time home on the way home, which is narrative, like their narrative punishment, which is just gotta level things off. A lot of the Elil come. There's that absolutely great bit about how General Wound Ward is becomes like a boogeyman, but also like a weird source of pride for rabbits, like the idea of what rabbits could be. Like rabbits at their most ferocious. But not quite a rabbit. And I'm sure we all love the part where we hear the fantastical versions of the tales we've already heard about like the shining wires and all that. It's like, oh, this is I talked about this already because I was too excited, but it's like this is the thing. This is where all these stories of LRI Rock came from. It's just like other rabbits having other rabbit adventures. Let's see. Dr. Adams talked about that. Bigwig stand his ground. There's all this reference to Nutley Copse, which was the warren that Blackavar came from, the one that Woundwort destroyed. And that was why he never quite had Blackavar's loyalty because he did that, because of where he came from. So it's like you can force people onto your side, but they will always be looking for the way out. If you beat and bully people, they're not loyal, they're just beaten and bullied. And Blackavar ends up being like Blackavar is very cool. He's very like dark horse in the running boy. That's exactly it, Super Donkey Fist. There's a not small number of times in this book where somebody says, "Oh, this guy's dead." That's it for this. People like somebody getting counted out, and that turning out them turning out to be not somebody you should count out. So they're actually still tough. So we know that everything ends up okay for the rabbits. Richard Adams actually only died a few years ago, as I discovered recently. He actually did a Reddit AMA one time that I think I'm gonna like read through now. Not right this second, but he answered a bunch of questions like people had, and one of them was like somebody was like, "Can you please tell me what animal King Darzin is?" I've I don't know. I need to know. And he's like, "Oh yeah, he's a beaver." I always figured he was like, "Oh yeah, he's like a beaver," and everybody's like, "Oh God, right. That's why he has a big city." And that's what because they build. His beavers build dams. He might be extinct in Britain, or he might be because it might be it might be yeah, maybe that is it. It is probably from 100 years ago. They did say it was like a long time ago. I can totally see beavers going extinct in England. I can see like in Britain, I can see like Englishmen being like, "Oh, we're going to get rid of these beavers," and it's not that big of a country. You could totally wipe out something like a beaver. Especially because they completely they fucked up a lot of their countryside. Which is a lot of what this book is about. Yeah, exactly, Garrus. So that's what I brought up about the camels is like, the thing I like about the Rousby wolf story is like, it feels very different from the tradition of the others. Like it's outside of the story cycle of the others. Like all the others are like following a natural progression. It's like, oh, this one happens after he got his people out of this, out of this marsh that they were living in. This is when they met a beaver. This is like the like that whole cycle of stories that we had heard was probably like some other rabbit who took his people on a journey. Good stuff. I'm lingering because I don't want to be done with Watership down. Beef piss indeed. I hope you guys liked this book. I really enjoyed reading it. Again, it it's a book about sticking together in hard times. It's a book about how everybody has value, even if it's not immediately obvious. It's a book about helping people, even if you don't see the immediate need. About helping each other. It's an environmentalist book, like Dune. It's got prophecy like Dune. It's got some Harkonnens. It's got a Baron. It's got a general. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Boop, 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 and a boop. I am planning another book club. I think we're going to. I always like to do a week off, or at least that's what I did last time. We will. Oop. Oh, my crops came in real nice. Oh, man, I found the coolest fucking Animal Crossing island last night. I did I'm gonna post a tweet, but I did the Captain Island at night, and it took me to an island that was, that had, shooting stars on it. And when it had fireflies, and when I hit the rocks, they were, like different the astrology stars. So it filled in some of my missing ones. Yeah, I feel pretty lucky. It filled in a lot of my missing ones from the time when I wasn't playing. It does like a thing in Animal Crossing where it's like, whatever month it is, Celeste will give you a piece of like that's the one you'll get occasional things for. I'm gonna when we come back to the book club, it might be fun to read. I'm looking at my shelf now. Let's see. Oh shit, I mean, there's always... No, probably nobody wants to read this. I got some contenders right here. We might take a break until the new year, just because things are busy. This was my contender. My first contender was like nobody wants to read that. Was just Great Expectations. It's just like a very funny book. If you're not being ordered to read hundreds of pages of it like a week. There's also just straight up one of my favorite books, The Secret History, Donna Tartt, and also Neil Stephenson's The Diamond Age. These are all pretty dense. Like The Secret History, like not a lot of people know this. Like Great Expectations is like, it wasn't like that was serialized literature. It was published weekly. It was like people were on the edge of their seats for that. For Great Expectations, like people were waiting for like the new Pip story to drop. Like at the docks in New York, waiting for the ship to come in from England with the new chapters. It's like a really funny book if you're on board for it. I don't know. Maybe old grade. It's been a while. It's one of those that divides really easily. Could just straight up do a chapter a week. Take a whole year. Really take our time with it. I'm sorry if we breeze through Rabbit Time's a little quick. You know, I've never read War and Peace. That's the only thing keeping me from saying yes to that is like I want to do stuff for this that I've already read that I kind of know how to talk about. But also maybe this could be how I read War and Peace. This could be how it finally happens. Anyway, folks, I've stretched out time a little bit, waiting for that rabbit with the starlight in his ears to come by, but I don't think we're gonna get a visit from Ra today. But I want to thank you guys for coming along on this journey. I love these suggestions. I want to hear them on the Discord, where we hang out. And tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, we're watching a movie. It's going to be a good time. And I want to thank, as ever, as always, my generous patrons. It is that time of the month, so thank you to everybody who re-upped. And thank you as always to the subs and and the Switches and the Dogs. We got the previous streams on the YouTube, and if you feel like getting on that Patreon, new month, new you. Thanks everybody, I love doing the book club. Bookworms for life. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. and tonight, 8 p.m. Sorry, 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. 8 p.m. Eastern tonight for the movie. It's going to be a good time. I will see y'all. Peace out. Goodbye. Have a good one. Trying to remember if any other what the like rabbit. Good hops to you. May you hop. May you hop like a champ. Hops off to you. Yeah, there it is.